60 games, 6 inches. Welcome in Astros-Dodgers World Series rematch. A lot of drama. Joe Kelly threw at Alex Bregman, maybe threw at Carlos Correa, and then got a huge 8-game suspension. Cam, what do you make of that?
Well, first of all, I think this is officially a Joe Kelly Stan account. We were all waiting for the first guy to throw at the Astros. He did it, but he didn't even hit the guy, and he's suspended 8 games in a 60-game season. Just make it make sense. It doesn't.
Yeah, if he was a starter, 8 games would seem fair because he misses 2 spots in the rotation. A reliever, that it seems super excessive, especially with some of the other punishments we've seen.
Corey, if you and I are having a fight on the playground, and I go to swing and I miss you, am I getting kicked out of school? No, he didn't hit the guy. Why? It makes no sense.
It seems like a clear precedent from the MLB that no one's going to be able to really mess with the Astros this year, and that's kind of covering their own tracks of their lack of disciplining the Astros players for the sign stealing.
They're saying, hey, Joe Kelly is an example. If you guys want to play the rest of the season, you got to play along, be nice with the Astros, but you can cheat and still play. Make it make sense, Rob Manfred.
We're going to get a fight at some point this season with the Astros, right?
I cannot wait. I want it so badly.
60 games, 6 inches. Welcome in, everybody. Max Fried, again, another great outing. 6 2/3, 7 strikeouts. Cam, our son, at it again. Obligatory family photo.
Our son, Max, Corey and I are just so proud of you. Keep doing your thing. We love you and just so proud of you, son.
MLB news, Jeff Passan reporting we're going to get 7-inning doubleheaders to breeze through this season a little faster, especially with all the makeup games. What do you make of that?
Yeah, so, I mean, what we learned with the Marlins this week is that every team is not playing 60 games this year. When you try to fit that into a 66-game window, it's not going to happen. So this is the best way to make up as many of those games without burning through pitching staffs. I think it's the best move, and it's going to work.
We used to play 7 innings when we were kids, and now these guys are playing those Sunday doubleheaders, 7 innings each, and they're going to need some orange slices between games.
I've seen a lot of people on Twitter complaining about this, and my only response is, it's 2020. Shut up and just enjoy baseball. There's no perfect answers.
Essentially, they made their bed with the 60 games in 66 days, and this is the consequence of it.
All right, tonight we got Braves, Mets, Part 2 at Truist Park. We'll see you guys on Saturday.
Hey fans, 60 games, 6 inches, episode 9. Braves with a great late comeback against the Mets, down 8-2, come back to win 11-10. Cam, Marcell Ozuna coming around from first, scoring the winning run. What'd you think?
My man moving like Stanley Hudson on pretzel day. I tell you what, shooting to home plate. I've never seen him move that fast.
I want to shout out the bullpen for 3 scoreless innings after all the runs came in for the Mets, and Dansby Swanson is carrying the Braves offensively.
Go ahead and put his name on the MVP trophy at this point. I don't care if it's a 10-game season or a 60-game season. He has been unbelievable, finally playing like he's the number 1 overall pick. When he's going to right field, it adds like an extra year to my life. It makes me so happy.
All 4 Braves catchers, d'Arnaud, Flowers, Contreras, Jackson, all been contributing on both sides.
Yeah, and so as fun as tonight's game was, imagine how much more fun it's going to be when Ronald Acuna Jr. remembers that he's Ronald Acuna Jr. and is leading off doing what he's supposed to do. And this team can be a lot of fun, and they already are. So just wait until Ronnie gets hot.
We're glad we have the fans with us now, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. 60 games, 6 inches. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Sunday. Braves get another big win. Dansby Swanson, another big night. Marcell Ozuna, a home run. He's rolling. Tyler Flowers again at the plate. And Ronald Acuna Jr., Cam, has arrived.
Guess who's back?
Our boy is back. We were waiting for it. It's been a week. The guy found his swing and remembered he's Ronald Acuna Jr. You'll love to see it.
And he's having so much fun. Great video of him, ear-to-ear smile on his face. It's like he's a kid in Little League. And speaking of Little League, we want to share some of our favorite Little League memories. Cam, you go first.
So my first Little League game, I struck out in my first at-bat. But I remember my dad always telling me, keep your head up, and there's always another at-bat coming up. My next at-bat, I hit a home run, and I looked up to my dad in the stands. We had a big smile. It's a moment I'm never going to forget.
And in my final Little League at-bat regular season, I hit a home run. I remember coming around the bases and seeing my coach, who had coached me for 3 years, just going bananas and then going into the dog pile at home. It was one of the coolest moments ever.
Man, how can you not be romantic about baseball?
60 games, 6 inches. Cam, we've got NBA, we have NHL, NFL training camps are starting, so Major League Baseball's 1 week in the sun is over. Who was watching baseball now besides nerds like us?
Besides nerds like us? I mean, not really many people. That's the thing. We got a lot of real sports that are also back, and baseball's not the only circus in town anymore.
What are some things that you think baseball can do to get more people in, and what are they trying to do?
I think what the MLB feels like the main plan should be is to shorten the game to make it more appealing to a younger demographic. What they should be doing is making their players more accessible on social media, put out more engaging content, allow them to have personalities like you see the personalities in the NBA and the NFL, because that's what young fans are drawn to, is people on social media they can interact with.
And I think MLB does too much of trying to convert fans who have never been baseball fans. It's like in Mad Men when Don and Ginsberg are in the elevator. MLB is saying to other fans, I feel so bad for you. You don't watch baseball. And those fans are saying, I don't think about you at all. So try and get the fans who did watch baseball and left to come back versus trying to get those other fans in for the first time.
I am having a very bad day. I am in no mood.
2020 hits us again. Mike Soroka out for the year, torn Achilles. We wish the best for Mike and a speedy recovery.
Just sucks for the kid. He's such a nice guy, such promise. Everyone in the locker room loves him. And it's an Achilles, and you just hope that when he gets back on the mound, he's the Mike Soroka that we know and love, but we just don't know.
So where do you think the team goes from here? They got a good stable of young arms. Do they make a trade? What do you think?
My guess is Alex Anthopoulos has already made a couple of calls tonight. I think they're going to make a trade for at least one arm because you just have too many holes to patch up. And the guys you have just aren't proven yet. They don't have enough experience to be thrust into an everyday starting role. You need at least one guy that can help bolster the front end of that rotation with Max Fried now.
You mentioned Cole Hamels to me earlier. Ian Anderson, I think it's maybe too early or not the right situation for him. Bryce Wilson has some MLB experience, and then Fulte maybe?
What a comeback story that would be, right? It's Max Fried's rotation now. Freddie Freeman said after the game that he's going to have a little something extra in the tank for his friend Mike, so we'll see what happens with the Blue Jays tonight at Truist Park.